Hey there. I'm I'm back. Holy wow. It's been a while, hasn't it? Like almost a year by now? Yeah, I kind of disappeared. But I honestly didn't mean to just stop uploading videos. And I do want to get back into posting videos again. Mostly because I really enjoy making these, and yeah, this whole thing is just a lot of fun. So, welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, hi! Hang out. Let's be friends. This video is gonna be similar to my first video. Mostly just chatting about while I draw. Mostly because I wanted to talk about why I was gone for so long and what I'm planning to do going forward from here. Actually, before I get into this, I do want to mention these characters that I'm drawing here are actually a couple of original characters that I've come up with. The pumpkin-headed character is Mick Pumpkinhead, or Mick for short. I've had him for years now, but I haven't really done much with him lately. And the other character, her name is Pumpkin Spice, or Pip for short. Neither character has a background story or anything other than names yet, so I might eventually do more stuff with them, hopefully. Alright, so first things first, I guess. Why I just kind of, stopped doing anything with this channel, really. And kind of stopped drawing altogether for a while. There's really a couple of things that happened there. Mostly, my job got crazy busy. Like, way more busy than I even expected it to be. I work full-time as a housekeeper at a hotel. It's fairly new, only a couple years old, really, 2 or 3. I actually got to help open it. I got hired on when we were still under construction, which was kinda cool. But, of course, shortly after it opened, everything shut down with the start of the pandemic. And then since then, everything's been up and down with us. We're either super slow during the winter, or just ridiculously busy again during the summer. Last summer sure was so busy that all the housekeepers, I think there was like 5 or 6 of us, we were cleaning upwards of like 20 rooms a day, which is a lot. It's a lot of overtime. Just for comparison, on a regular day, we clean 16 rooms, which even for me is a lot. I never would have thought that housekeeping would be such a hard job. It's a lot of work, and it can be pretty intense, especially depending on, of course, how dirty the room is when you first go in. You usually get about half an hour per room to clean. That's how much you're supposed to take. And that's to get everything, wiped down properly, and everything looking like it's never actually been lived in or stayed in. Other times you walk into a room and it looks like a tornado flowed through. We don't even have tornadoes where I live. Pretty bad hurricanes, but that's besides the point. So yeah, you've got like garbage strewn everywhere, the bed's probably taken completely apart. I've seen mattresses gone off the box springs. Like, I do not understand. And then, of course, every conceivable surface is covered in sticky stuff. We usually try not to think about what that could possibly be. Just clean it. On the bright side, I don't think I'll ever need a gym membership while I work there. I don't think I've ever been in such good shape. And I used to run for fun. And there's also the fact that I can listen to podcasts all day while I clean, which is kind of nice. I do have like several, ranging between true crime, self-help, science-y, and just straight up scary stories. And yeah, that really helps to get through the workday, so that's a bonus. But of course, unfortunately, the extremely busy work schedule kind of, just sapped my energy and motivation to do anything outside of work. Any sort of existing at all, really. It was just come home, veg on the couch, watch some YouTube. That wasn't me. I never watched my own videos. But no, it was really hard to just do anything. And I don't like to rely on motivation, as it can be quite fickle. It's not always there. You can't always just be like, you can't always rely on being motivated to do things. But there's just some days where you don't want to do anything, no matter how much you feel like you should do something. And that's okay. You don't have to be productive every single day of your life. That's just unreasonable. But I really wanted to get back into drawing and doing videos. And then, of course, the longer I went with, not making a new video, the more my anxiety built that I wasn't really doing anything. Yeah, it's just the anxiety kept building and building and building. It's like with my poor Animal Crossing's New Horizons island that I haven't gone onto in a couple of years now. I'm too scared to go back. They all hate me. It can be really hard to get back into doing something, the longer you put it off. I don't really know if any of that makes sense, but that's a big part of why I ended up taking so much time off. And then, once I did start to draw again, I realized I wasn't really improving my art at all. Like, everything I drew, I hated. Nothing looked good to me, and I felt that I was just stagnating in my talent. Like, my talent had just plateaued and was stagnating like old gross bog water in an old nasty tire left out in, I don't know, the Arizona desert. Like, it's not good at all. And yeah, that's really not a good way to feel as an artist. You don't want to feel like that. And I was at a point where I just didn't know what to do to get better and improve. Like, I was completely lost, going nowhere. Thankfully, I have a level-headed partner who just kind of looked at me one day and said, why not just practice different things like you don't normally practice? Now, I'm paraphrasing. I don't exactly remember fully what he said, but you would think that that's something I would have thought of, but no, of course not. Like, sometimes the easiest solution doesn't actually hit you until somebody else points it out. But really, the most important thing is just getting there. Doesn't matter how. So that's what I did. I practiced and I practiced and I practiced. I actually found an amazing website called lineofaction.com, and it helped me immensely with drawing people in different poses. Like, I've gotten a lot better in my anatomy, I think. Hopefully. The biggest thing that helped, actually, was using the line of action, of all things, especially when drawing poses. Like, wow, did it super help. I mean, I always knew about the line of action. It's not a new concept to me, but I always thought that, nah, I don't need to use that. So, like, why would I want to use that? That's so much more extra 2 seconds of work, if that. Yeah, I was very wrong. You do need to use it. I highly recommend it. Like, no wonder it took me so long to improve the way that I wanted to improve. I was just way too stubborn to try these new things, thinking that, no, I didn't need it, when in reality, it's just another amazing tool that artists should utilize. And it really is a big help. Who knew? Definitely not me. Until now. Now, since I have mentioned Line of Action, I do want to talk about it briefly. This is not a sponsored video. I'm not sponsored by them. However, if anybody's watching that wants to check this out, go over there and check it out. It's amazing. It's a great website that gives you different things that you can practice drawing. They have figure studies, hands and feet, animals, even landscapes. And basically you just go in, you filter through what you want to draw that day or that amount of time you're putting into your practice, and you can have photos popping up for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 5-10 minutes, or even your own custom time, however long you feel like you need to have the photo up to draw, which is really cool. They do have a free version. There is also a paid version if you want to support the website. And with the paid version, there are a few extra features, like you can actually upload your sketches to get critiques from other users. Fantastic stuff. If you do use the figure studies, though, be warned, many of the adult figures are full-on naked. You can filter out any nude models, but they can't always guarantee that all the photos that show are going to be fully clothed or clothed at all. Not all of the photos are tagged the way they should be. So just so you know, keep that in mind if you're not comfortable with nude models when drawing. I understand it can be kind of uncomfortable. On occasion, I'll be using the website and something will pop up and I'm not expecting it, and my brain kind of just hard resets, and then I get into the drawing. But it's an amazing website, and I highly, highly recommend it. And then, of course, along with practicing traditional drawings in my sketchbook, with actual pencil and paper, I knew I needed to improve my digital art. So I watched boatloads upon boatloads of tutorials to finally properly use Krita for my digital painting, which you can see in this video. I learned how to paint better, I learned how to shade better, and overall just actually use Krita in a way that works so much better than what I was doing before. I'm so much less confused by things. I can actually find and figure out what tools that I like to use, and it's amazing. I also really like that I can open my artwork into 2 separate windows so that I can zoom in on one to work on but still see how it's all coming together. That really works so much better than trying to see what's going on in the teeny tiny little overview window. You can't see anything with that. That's good for zooming in and out of the project, but it's not good for actually seeing how it's all coming together. But yeah. Oh, right. I also finally got a proper microphone. Yay! So here's hoping my audio sounds a bit better. I'm super excited about finally getting to record with it. It's a little bit wonky. I'm still getting used to it, so if any of my audio seems a bit off, I do apologize. Once I get used to this microphone, or eventually get a better one, then it'll hopefully get even better. But, this one's not, it's not super expensive. I think I found it in the impulse buy aisle of Urban Planet. But, it's a microphone, and I feel like I'm moving up in the world. Woohoo! It's also so much better than, recording my audio on my phone and hoping for the best. 'Cause that's just unprofessional. Or something. But yeah, so I'm finally, hopefully, back to making and uploading videos. I do have a few ideas for future videos. Actually, it's funny, I had a full video recorded, almost entirely edited. I think the only thing I needed to do was write up the script and record the audio. No, I actually have it all written down already. So yeah, all I had to do was record the audio, and then I just completely scrapped it, as I was just not happy with how the drawing turned out. Everything was just, it was not well done. Like, the arms were horribly short, the anatomy, everything was just off. I think the head of my own character was just huge. But yeah, so it didn't turn out great, and especially now that I feel like I've actually improved a great deal in how I draw, so going back to like my old stuff is cringe AF. But yeah, that video was going to be a story time type video about my almost stalker, but not really a stalker, that I dealt with the fall and winter of 2020. It's a whole thing. I fully plan on redoing that video. I am going to be doing it. It might be my next one. I just wanted to draw the picture better, and so yeah, hopefully that'll be up soonish at some point. And I have a few other videos that like I know I'm going to be doing, and I do want to be more consistent with my upload schedule. For now, I'm going to aim for bi-weekly, like every 2 weeks, mostly because I know work is about to get really busy again very soon. Like, it's already starting to pick up again, and I don't want to completely stop uploading again because, you know, I've set myself up to fail with a way too hectic upload schedule. And once I start getting the hang of making and uploading videos, I'll hopefully be able to upload videos maybe on a weekly basis, and even post shorter videos every so often, like maybe little 5 to 10 minute sketches or something similar. So yeah, I won't drag this one out too much longer. I think I got out everything I wanted to talk about, and yeah, it's hard sometimes to script myself, but like I know I can't just go full on unscripted. I cannot go full stream of consciousness. Like, no video will ever make sense. Like, I'll never get proper words out that way. I can barely talk when I do have a script in front of me. Like, you know, talking is hard. Words are hard. I commend anybody whose second language is English, because you can talk it way better than I can, and it's my first language. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do consider liking the video, or even maybe sharing it with your friends. And if you want to, no pressure though, a subscribe would be appreciated, but you know, it's up to you. You can also follow me over on Instagram at ThatCrazyShortGirl. I can't change it, so it's stuck at that. They don't let special characters in the names, and every other iteration of Pixie or Pixie art has already been taken, which is strange, but whatever. Or I'm also on Twitter at Pixie Arts, I think. I'll try to remember to put those both in the description. I'll also try to be a little bit better at the Twitter. I'm horrible at tweeting. I don't do that often or at all. But yeah. So yeah, thanks again for being here, and I hope you have a fantastic day. See ya!